Universal's home learning program. I have Ayla with me this week, and we are going to do a review of everything that we've done in the last few videos. So first up, we're just going to do some warm-ups. So let's go ahead and do some squat jacks. It's kind of like squats and a jumping jack at the same time. Let's go ahead and do like 5. And then we'll go right into our lunge jumps. So lunge, and you just switch back and forth. You can try and put your hands on your knees or on your hips. Okay? And then we'll go right into our high knees. Make sure you use your arms like you're running. There you go. And then we'll do it again. So squat jacks. Into our lunge jumps. And high knees. Keep your elbows bent. There you go. Alright, so at home you're going to want to do that like, I would say 5 to 10 times for at least 3 to 5 rounds. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our arm circles. So go forward. Backwards. Okay, let's go together forward. And then backwards together. And then let's do our wrists and our ankles. Hands, rock forward and backwards. And then turn them out, side to side, rock side to side. And then backwards, forward, backwards. And then upside down. And then let's stretch out our ankles. And then just circle your ankle forward. Backwards. And go ahead and do your other foot. And backwards. And then legs out in front of you. Arms up. And stretch and reach for those toes. And you want to just hold this for anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. But you want to feel the stretch. Okay? And then let's do our bridges, so turn sideways, face towards me, and then go ahead and bridge up, and rock forward and backwards on that. You want to push your shoulders over, and then come down and rock and roll. Alright, and that is our warm-up. Alright, so we're going to review our skills for the last couple of videos that we've done. We've done quite a bit, so we're going to try and make these just that, a review, go through everything really fast. So let's do our handstands. So start in your lunge. You want to make sure your front foot is turned out, hips are square, head is hidden. You want to reach out, make sure you pass through that T, kick up into that handstand, and then right back out for that. So there's our handstand. Next up is going to be our press handstand. Let's make it a little bit harder. This we usually like to have you do it up against the wall if you don't have your presses yet. So we are going to use this as our wall. You want to put your hands somewhat close to your feet and lean your shoulders over much farther than your hands. And then you want to just slightly press, roll your hips up, hit the handstand, and then you want to press right back down. So of course you want to do that as much as possible because that is going to help with your abs to get your press handstand. Next is our handstand pirouette. Again, you want to start the same way as you start a regular handstand. Make sure that front foot is turned out, everything is square. You kick up into your handstand and then you start to pirouette with whichever hand, that's great, is your turn hand. So I'm a righty, so I would turn my right hand first, And then Ayla is a lefty, so she turns her left hand. So go ahead and try it one more time. And then come down. There you go. So halfway, that's fine. Just keep working on that until you can get a full pirouette. Next up is going to be our backward roll to push-up shape. You want to squeeze your body real big and go down tight, hit that push-up shape. You want to try and work on it to where your arms stay straight throughout the entire skill. So when you do your roll, you actually have straight arms as well. Try that one more time. Okay, so that's just something that we can work on with that. Next up is going to be our back extension roll to handstand. And I'm going to try and hit a handstand and stand up out of it. That's okay, try it one more time and I'll help you out. There you go. Very nice. Okay. From there we are going to do our front limber. You start the same way as you would a handstand. You'll tee in, hit the handstand, push, limber up. Make sure you're always looking at your hands. Try and hit that handstand before you lean over. Push. There you go. Very nice. Good job. And then we'll go right into our front walkover. Okay, so when you come up, same with your front walkover as in your front limber, you want to make sure that you're always looking at your hands. So try it, do it one more time. So walk right into it. There you go. Very nice. So now we're going to add in a new skill for this week, and it is the back limber. If you are too scared to do a back limber at home, or you don't have your back bend yet, just continue to use a wall to walk down. Do you want to show them that? You just walk your hands down the wall until you can get to a bridge, okay? If you can do that safely and you feel comfortable enough to do it at home, then we will work on our back limbers. You want to start with your legs shoulder width apart, and all you're going to do is you're going to bridge down, and then you're going to keep your legs together and go all the way over. So you want to keep your legs together throughout. So your feet come off the ground together, they stay over the top together, and they come down together. Okay, try it one more time. There you go. Very nice. So to get your stars on that skill, just finishing the skill will get you 1 star. If you can keep your feet together throughout the whole skill, that's 2 stars. And if you have good form throughout the entire skill, then you can get your 3 stars. Now we're going to do our conditioning reviews. First up, we're going to do our hollow hold. So go ahead and lie down on the line. Squeeze. You want to make sure that only your lower back and your booty are on the floor, and you want to lift everything else up. She's got her hands straight out in front of her with her palms to the sky. That lets me know that she's not grabbing her legs. She's squeezing her knees and pointing her toes as well. Okay? Next up is our plank, so you can go ahead and roll over. You can do a push-up plank, which is in the push-up shape, keeping your shoulders in line with your hands on the floor, making sure that you are slightly rounded here, but your hips are flat and everything is pointed and squeezed there. Go ahead and point your toes in that too. See? There we go. Squeeze your knees. And if you want to make this harder, you can go to your elbows. You do the same thing, flatten your hips, keep your back rounded here, and everything goes flat there, and squeeze those knees. There you go. Get the hips down. Okay? That makes your plank even harder. Next up is push-ups. So again, it's basically you want to do your plank shape, your push-up shape. You want your shoulders over your hands, and you just want to squeeze your whole body, including your booty, and you want to push just straight down. So go ahead and come down and push straight up. The whole time you want to try and keep your shoulders over your hands. Go ahead. Okay. Next up is our tuck-ups. You want to hit your hollow hold, and then you just want to tuck up and down, and up, and down. When you are doing your hollow hold, when you come out of your tuck up, you want to make sure that you stay in this hollow hold shape. That will make the skill even harder. Okay? Arch ups, go ahead and roll over to your tummy. It's like Superman, so you're going to squeeze everything together and you're going to arch everything up, keeping your head hidden between your ears, and then come down. Head 2. And then arch up, and then down. And arch up, and down. So those are your arch ups. Okay? Then we're going to do some squats. You can go ahead and use a box at home or a couch or even a chair. Put your legs shoulder width apart, and all you want to do, arms out in front of you, and you just want to sit down until your booty touches whatever you're using, and then you come right back up. Don't put any weight on it. Go ahead. There you go. Those are our squats. And then our new skill for conditioning today is our box jumps. So go ahead and come on this side. What you want to do is you want to try and find a box that is at least knee height to waist height. So what you're going to do is you're going to jump off 2 feet and jump and land on top, and then immediately try and jump right back down and then back up again. Very nice. So that is the skill that we are going to have our stars for. So if you can do 20 box jumps continuously, then that's going to be 1 star. If you can do 40 continuously, that's 2 stars. And if you can do 60 box jumps continuously without stopping, that'll be 3 stars. So now we are going to review our flexibility. First up is our standing pike stretch. So go ahead and turn sideways here. And you are going to want to try and get down and touch you want to try and get your hands completely flat on the floor. So squeeze those knees. So Ayla can't do it just yet, and that is perfectly fine. But eventually we want to have her get her hands completely flat on the floor, and then eventually get so flexible that we can have her hands flat on the floor behind her feet. Okay, so squeeze those knees. So this is something you have to work on every day. Flexibility is extremely important for gymnastics. Okay? Next up is going to be our splits. Push your hips forward. And then that's your first position for your splits. Second position is the straight leg. Trying to get your face to your knee and then trying to reach past your foot. And then all the way down when you slide into your splits. You want to make sure that your front leg, your big toe is not towards the floor, so you want to roll it out. And you want to make sure that your back leg, that the top of your knee and the top of your foot are on the floor. And you want to make sure that your shoulders are completely square. Okay? Let's do our left leg split. Push your hips forward. You want to really feel that stretch. You can go ahead and straighten the leg out. Try and get your face to your knee and try and reach past your foot. And then slide down. So even if you cannot go all the way down, you still want to try and fix your form. So you want to try and roll that knee under, and you want to try and sit up as much as you can. Okay? And then let's go to our middle splits. There we go. So here you want to make sure that you have a straight line from your leg all the way across to your other leg. You want to point your toes, and then she is almost all the way down that she can even get her chest on the floor, which is great. She has her hands straight to the side, and then you just want to make sure that she's in line. And the more that she does that, then she'll get further and further down. She's actually almost all the way down, so that is pretty good. Let's go ahead and do our bridges. So feet this way. So we want to do our bridges again. We want to bridge up. You want to try and get your legs close together, feet next to each other. Squeeze those legs straight, really pushing your shoulders over your hands. And you want to rock back and forth. Very nice. When you come out of your bridge, always rock and roll. That helps kind of stretch your back out. And then let's do our seal stretch. I'm going to try and get those feet together. Shoulders, you want them above your hands. There you go, really pushing up into that arch. And then eventually you want to try, once you get there, you want to try and be able to touch your head to your toes. Very nice. And then our new stretch for this week for stars is going to be our shoulder stretch. So on this, what you want to do is you want to try and get your pinkies as close together as you can. Ayla's got her pinkies where she can actually touch them and link them together. So she's, I would say, a good 5 to 6 inches away from the floor, from her armpits on the floor. So this right here, this having straight arms, straight legs, pinkies as close together as you could possibly get them, this is going to be 1 star. Now if you can do the same thing, lifting your legs up, squeeze, and keep those knees straight, that's going to be your 2nd star. And if you can do this and get your armpits about 2 inches or closer to the floor, then that will be your 3rd star. So that's it for this week. Thank you, Ayla, for helping me today. And keep sending in your videos. I love seeing them. And we'll see you next week.